everyone. I'll tell you how we failed as parents. New age parents, not new age per se, just within the past couple of decades, parents, is we went through divorce. We didn't want our kids to suffer, so we gave them what we could, what we were able to financially. And a lot of us, some of us made money and some made less. But we did what we could. We didn't want them to suffer the way we had suffered. And then we allowed them to start making rules in our house regarding how they wanted things to go. We handed the reins over to them, and a lot of them knew what we had in the bank. And a lot of our kids would say, well, I don't want it to be this way, and it'll be that way. And we allowed them to take control over certain aspects of our lives. And all of a sudden now we have adult sons and daughters who are in the belief that they have the right to control the narrative of our lives. And they say, well, I'm going to estrange from you, but I'll come back if you XYZ. Well, first you have to apologize for a number of things, and things I don't remember happening. And I parented as a free and clear person. I didn't do drugs. I didn't drink. I'm not saying it never happened, but I didn't rely on alcohol to parent. But yet I remember there were times when my youngest was a teenager and she'd say, well, we can go to the mall, but we're not going to go in your stores. We're only going to go in my stores. And if you want to spend time with me, that's the rule. And so I think a lot of us bent. A lot of us didn't want our kids to cry or suffer because we got divorced. And then they estranged, and a lot of people accept crumbs. Well, my daughter called me, she texted me, and oh my gosh, it's a miracle. No, that's not a relationship. She texted you because she wants something from you, and normally because we feel guilty or because we're so desperate to have them around, we give them what they want, whether it's money, time, food, we pay their mortgage, student loans, this and that, and then we hand over the reins and they say, well, if you just stop doing XYZ, or if you follow my rules, we can have a relationship, or you can see your grandkids. We've allowed our adult sons and daughters to control the narrative of our lives. I don't know about you, but I never claimed to be perfect. I parented my daughters after a brutal sexual assault in the military, of which I never got trauma. So I was parenting a lot of times out of fear, protecting my girls from predators, um, trying to raise them in a world that is just not so kind, parenting them primarily by myself, because after my divorce, their dad saw them one Saturday a month, and that was it. So I was grateful for the extra time I had with them. But early on, I allowed them to control the narrative. Why? Because I divorced their dad, because I thought I didn't want them to suffer. And then a lot of parents, including myself years ago, allowed my daughters to control the narrative of my life. Well, they'd say my mom has tattoos. God forbid I have tattoos. Oh, my mom did this and that. My mom dated. My mom, whatever. I'm not going to apologize for being human and doing my very best to raise you in a very unkind world. And I'm really sorry if I didn't do it your way, although you're not Frank Sinatra. So I just want to say, take your pen back. The only person writing your story should be you, and no one should ever instill rules when it comes to relationships. I don't know about you, but all I care about when I have a friend or someone I'm close to is that we're kind to one another and that we enhance one another's lives. And you don't bring me too much drama, and I don't bring you too much drama. We're there for one another. And outside of that, I don't really have issues with any one of my people because we respect each other enough to understand boundaries. My friends that have been through certain things, if they want to talk about it, fine. If not, that's okay too. But for the most part, that's the way it goes. All I care about is being around people who are like-minded and kind. We don't have to discuss politics or religion, but no, if you're struggling, I'm there for you. So anyways, don't allow your adult sons and daughters to control your narrative. They're not supposed to be writing your story. They're supposed to be writing their own stories. And if they say, well, if you would just X, Y, and Z, apologize for things you didn't do, or apologize for what you did when I was 2 years old. If I hurt you, I'm sorry. But if you don't like me for who I am, and you can't accept me the way I am today, then we can't have a relationship. And to take back control and to say, no, I'm not living, I'm not walking on eggshells. I'm sorry. Relationships for me don't include me financing your life. I'm not paying for your bills. If you want me to meet my grandkids, fine. But then we're gonna have fun. I don't want you to tell me how to be a grandma. I was a mom. I know how to be a grandma. Other people trust me with their kids. It's okay. You could drop them off and leave. We'll just have fun, and then you pick them up, and they'll probably be all hopped up on sugar. I don't know. But I would never hurt a human being, much less my children or my grandchildren. So, anyways, stop handing your pen over. Don't do it anymore. I know it's scary and I know your kids will cut you off, but you know what? There's plenty of other people who need your love and who would be happy for you to hang out with their kids, because parents reach their breaking point. Everyone needs a grandparent to give them a break. You can be a grandparent for someone else and do your thing. That's all I've got to say, and I'll be back.